Hello guys, it's been a while. It's been probably a few weeks since our last video. Well, in today's video I want to talk to you about living in the Philippines versus living in the United Kingdom, because as you can tell, and I'm now back in the United Kingdom just for a few weeks. I'm just on vacation, and you can probably tell because of the heavy coat, it is very cold here. So, life
doesn't sound like it's fun, yeah?
in the United Kingdom versus life in the Philippines. Which one do I prefer? And if you're watching this video and perhaps you're thinking about moving to the Philippines, then hopefully this video will give you some inspiration, some ideas on where you want to live, whether that's in the West or in the Philippines. So let's get stuck into today's video. I've been back in the UK.
I love his accent, I love the way he speaks, yeah?
For the last few weeks, just on vacation, and it has been good to catch up with family and friends. The first reason why I prefer the Philippines is the cost of living.
And there's so many accents in UK.
So being back in the UK for the last few weeks, I have been literally quite shocked by the cost of living here. You know, everything is so much more expensive compared to the Philippines. I know there are some things in the Philippines that are quite expensive, but things here, particularly food, the price of food has skyrocketed since I was last in the United Kingdom. So for example, I was out with a friend the other week and I bought a burger, and the burger was £17.
Oh, that's too much.
In the Philippines you could go to a restaurant and feed 4 people for that price, the price of that one burger.
Actually, more than 4 people for sure.
Maybe when I was last here 2 years ago, it would have been around £10. So the cost of living has skyrocketed here.
And it's not just restaurant food, it's the price of grocery shopping, it's the cost of your electricity bills, your heating for your house. Everything has gone up in price.
Another thing that I prefer about the Philippines is just the relaxed way of life. You know, here, and obviously there's nothing wrong with that either, but everyone's just rushing about, having to be somewhere, having to do something, whereas Filipinos just take a more relaxed approach.
Sound like he get fed up with the culture and the way stuff moving over there.
To life. So
it's good. That's the very good option to just change your environment and go somewhere else and take a fresh air. Yeah?
It's just nice.
It gives your life a meaning. Yeah?
To enjoy a relaxed approach to life, not stressing yourself out, and not having to worry about the next thing. Just take each day as it comes.
That's true.
Obviously within reason, of course, because you know you shouldn't make excuses not to do activities. But you know, it's just nice to take time to relax. And living rurally in the Philippines, well, you can definitely see that people just live a relaxed way of life. And I think for me, for the last 2 years, I've probably lived a bit of a relaxed life as well. And again, nothing wrong with that, and nothing wrong with the busy way of life. But I think I'm more accustomed to the
balance. Find balance. Yeah, if you don't find balance, it's way too hard. Yeah,
relaxed way of life. It gives you less stress. Let's put it like that. And actually, the next thing that I prefer about the Philippines is just the whole chaos of the place. You know, everywhere you go, there's sort of organized chaos. Here, everything is just organized. Everything runs on time. There's no, even in my neighborhood, there's just no loud noises all the time, like the roosters or the animals or the motorbikes. There's just silence. Like, that was something that shocked me when I came home after living 2 years there, after being there for 2 years. I forgot how quiet it was here. But you get used to it, and then being here for so long now, for the last few weeks, you kind of miss those noises, if that makes sense. Yeah, I really like that whole thing, just walking through the Philippines, and anywhere you go and you have all sorts of people that you meet on the roads and on the streets just greeting you, like vendors and sales
Everybody say hi, yeah, that's true.
people and marketplaces, and even just the chaos of the traffic when you're in the city. Even though it can be frustrating at times, it just adds to the authenticity of the way Filipino life is. Another thing that I
Sound like he like nature, this guy, yeah?
prefer about the Philippines, and you're gonna think I hate it here, but I don't hate it here. I don't hate it
Which is
in
good,
the
yeah?
UK. I've just grown accustomed to Filipino life. But another thing that I really like and I prefer about the Philippines, now that I've been back in the UK for a few weeks, is the weather. The weather here in the UK, well, as you can see, just look at the sky.
Gloomy.
It has been gloomy for pretty much my entire time here. Maybe there was a couple of days of good sunshine, but apart from that, it's just been gloomy and cloudy. Whereas in the Philippines,
Besides that, missing the sun for too long by itself is get you body not, health, yeah?
even though you get typhoons and rainy seasons, you still get sunlight, you still get warmth, you still get humidity and heat. Sometimes I'm prone to complaining about the humidity, but being back here, it makes me appreciate what I have in the Philippines. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to the hot weather, getting the old shorts and t-shirts out in November and December. Okay guys, so the next thing, let me just see if I can get my lighting here. I think I'll take the hat off actually.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, that's better. Try not to get sunburn. The next thing that I prefer about the Philippines is the people. And what I mean by that is how they enjoy celebrating. They enjoy celebrating their culture. They enjoy celebrating their country. They enjoy celebrating everything that the Philippines has to offer. And to me,
That's true, actually. That's true.
that's a good thing. You know, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what event it is, Filipinos, they love to gather together. They love to celebrate. They love to eat and enjoy talking with one another. Just enjoying get-togethers. Whether that's at church or in the neighborhood or even in festivals and fiestas.
Social, very social, yeah.
And throughout the years, no matter where you are in the Philippines, there's always a fiesta taking place. There's always a festival taking place. And even in church, you know, we're constantly going to church fellowships where you gather together with other churches. You hear the Bible preached. You enjoy fellowship with other Christians. And you eat lots of Filipino food as well. So, yeah, that's one aspect of the Philippines. That's another aspect of the Philippines that I really like. Just the Filipino people, and I've come to learn how hospitable people are. But there's something else I want to say about living in the Philippines as a foreigner. And I do think foreigners should make an attempt to learn the local language. So where I'm living in Guimaras, it's quite rural, and people do speak English, of course, but people can be quite shy to
Besides that, it's very hard to learn English where people, the language where people, they speak English. It become very hard, you know?
speak English to a foreigner because they might feel that they're not speaking English well enough. So what I've learned to break down barriers with my neighbours and friends and communicate in the local language. And when you find that you communicate in the local language, you'll find that people are more open to talking to you. They realize that
That's true. You get more step into the culture.
you're trying to communicate with them in their own language, and they respect that. They appreciate that. So that's a good tip for you as well if you're coming to the Philippines, is to learn the local language of where you are. So for us, it's Hiligaynon. Fortunately, my wife is Filipina, and this is her area, so she's able to teach me as well. But also, guys, whenever I go to church, I preach there once a month, and initially, when I first started out preaching, it was just in English. And I realized that people weren't really understanding me. But now I've started preaching with a mixture of English and Hiligaynon. And people tell me that they understood that message. That's good. That shows that I'm making progress. So I'm enjoying the whole experience of learning how to interact with people in a different culture and just experiencing life in a different culture outside the United Kingdom. It's been a good experience for me, been a maturing experience for me. So I would heartily recommend anyone, no matter what age you are at life, get yourself out of your own country, get yourself out of your own comfort zone, and
Change your environment, yeah.
come to the Philippines or go to a different country that's very different from your own country. Another thing that I prefer about the Philippines is actually the feeling of being more healthy. For example, obviously I'm back in the Philippines now after being on vacation in the UK, but living in the Philippines over the last couple of years, I barely caught a cold once. And when I did, it
It's warm, that's why.
passed off quickly. But in the UK, when I went on vacation there, I caught a cold with it in my final week there. And actually, as soon as I got back to the Philippines, it cleared up. So for me, it's a healthier lifestyle. My being married to a Filipina, living rurally, has created for me a healthier lifestyle. So obviously with the every day, you have sunlight, even during a typhoon season, even during rainy season, you get some
I really appreciate the small stuff, yeah.
sunlight. And so I'm exposed to that vitamin D, that healthy vitamin D, which boosts the immune system. And so I can rightly say that my immune system is better here, I think. I hope. And not just being exposed to the sunlight, but also eating healthier. Obviously we eat rice, but there's always, when you're eating rice, you pair your food with it, you pair vegetables with it, you pair seafood with it, you pair chicken, different kinds of foods. And so that sense of healthiness also comes from the fact that I have a better diet out here. Back in the UK, I'd probably be eating processed foods like a 17-pound burger that I mentioned in this video. But here, I'm eating vegetables, I'm eating seafoods. And back in the UK, I wasn't really a seafood either. But here, being married to a Filipina, I've learned to eat seafood. I've learned to eat different veggies that wouldn't be so much, that I wouldn't have eaten before in the UK. And then different kinds of fruits as well, Filipino fruits and all that kind of stuff. And so that has brought a sense of healthy eating for me and also eating better. Some of our veggies we can get from being downtown. Some of the veggies we can get from the marketplace, and some of the veggies we even get from...
I like the background. It looks like almost a picture or something,
yeah? The place from the garden, from the yard. So those are the reasons why I prefer living in the Philippines. And for me, finally, it really does create a sense of adventure. And I think I'm going to conclude this vlog here. So that's all for now. And I'll see you in the next video. And the next video will be showing my journey back to the Philippines. So guys, take care. And until next time, bye-bye.
That's amazing. The way he explained everything. That's 100% true.